now assume that the theorem is true for polynomials of degree n minus 1. So up to n minus 1 we assumed that every polynomial of degree n minus 1 has at most n minus 1 solutions. Okay, and degree n minus 1. To prove that f of x is congruent to 0 mod p with Cn is not congruent to 0 mod p has at most n solutions. At most n solutions. Suppose. So what we have to prove is this polynomial congruence has maximum n solutions. Maximum of n solutions. Suppose this polynomial congruence has n plus 1 incongruent solutions. Incongruent solutions means distinct solutions. Incongruent solutions. Incongruent solutions modulo p. Incongruent in the sense the solutions, all the members belong to the solution set or incongruent modulo p. Understood? Suppose two solutions are congruent, we will not consider as single solution. We will not consider as a distinct solution. So we consider as a single solution. So therefore this is called incongruent. Here incongruent solutions means what? Distinct solutions. The solutions from distinct residue classes. That is most important. Understood? So therefore suppose this has n plus 1 incongruent solution, automatically you will get the contradiction. Because this polynomial congruence should have n solutions, maximum of n solutions. But what we have taken n plus 1 solutions. Now we will arrive a contradiction. Okay. Say x0, x1, x2, xn. As I said, these elements are incongruent modulo. That solutions are, these integers are, the elements are incongruent modulo p. That is, xi is not congruent to xj modulo p if I is not equal to j. Suppose some x1 and x2 are congruent, x1 x2 consider as a single solution. Because they will come from the same residue class. Okay. So now this congruence modulo has n plus 1 solutions. The solutions are what? x0, x1, x2, xn. So ultimately we will get a contradiction. Okay. For that we need some algebraic relations. F of xk minus f of x naught. F of xk is equal to c naught plus c1 xk plus etc. cn xk power n minus of f of x naught. F of x naught is equal to what? C naught plus c1 x naught plus cn x naught power n. If you simplify it, c naught minus c naught will be cancelled. you'll be getting C1 xk minus C1 x naught plus C2 xk power 2 minus C2 x naught power 2 plus etc etc Cn x k power n minus Cn x naught power n. So you can write this is equal to C1 into xk minus x naught plus C2 into xk square minus x naught square plus etc etc Cn into xk power n minus x naught power n. Okay, so therefore this is equal to C1 into xk power x naught plus C2 into xk minus x naught into xk plus x naught. So a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b plus etc etc. So Cn into, so this is the expansion of binomial theorem. So this is nothing but what? Xk minus x naught into xk minus x naught into xk power n minus 1 plus etc etc x naught power n minus 1, x naught power n minus 1. So now here you will take out xk minus x naught, you will be getting C1 minus C1 x naught, C2 xk plus x naught or something like that. So you simplify the remaining all the terms, you will be getting the polynomial of degree n minus 1 in xk. So therefore this is nothing but this is a polynomial in xk of degree n minus 1, of degree n minus 1, you know, because one linear polynomial coming out in x power k, therefore you will be getting another polynomial of degree in xk of polynomial in xk of degree n minus 1.